Let's rip the Band-Aid off right now. The trading card game industry is broken, and I mean broken in the way an old kingdom rots from the inside, poisoned by greed, vanity, and short-term thinking. What once was a kingdom of imagination has become a wasteland of cash grabs, hollow promises, and cheap attempts to ride nostalgia into a quick buck. You know it, I know it, the players feel it, the collectors feel it, even the stores. The heart of the IRL scene feel it. And that's where MageTCG comes in. We're not here to patch up a corpse, we're here to burn it down and build something beautiful in its ashes. This isn't another flavor of the month project, it's a goddamn revolution. We are done with mediocrity, we're done playing safe, and we're done asking for permission. Let's talk about what actually happened. Post-COVID, the TCG space exploded, but not with creativity. No, it exploded with opportunists. People saw dollar signs, they slapped together flashy Kickstarter pages, pumped out AI art with zero soul, duct-taped stolen mechanics, and dropped some influencer with a toothy grin on the cover to pitch the next big thing. And gamers, we're not stupid. We smelled the rot. We saw the cracks in the plastic sheen, and now we're jaded, disillusioned, skeptical as hell. And you know what? We should be, because 90% of what launched in the last few years, garbage. Not games, schemes. Empty shells, quick flips, and trust shattered. So what makes MageTCG different? Everything. We're not some hobby project with dreams of maybe becoming the next Magic. We're a firestorm, a vision forged from 20 plus years of artistic mastery, design obsession, and an unhealthy level of perfectionism. We didn't build this game to chase clout. We built it to tear the roof off this industry, and it starts with the art. So let's talk about the art, because at MageTCG, the art isn't an afterthought. It's the soul of the game. Here's the raw truth. When you're launching a world-class product on a startup budget, you have to get scrappy. You have to get creative, and sometimes you have to invent new ways to express your vision when the resources aren't there yet. So, like any bold creator backed into a corner, I experimented. I used AI, not as a shortcut, and definitely not as a replacement for artists, but as a proof of concept, a tool, a forge, a way to rapidly prototype, test visual styles, and bring our dark, mythic universe to life. And the early results, embarrassing, soulless, bland, but I kept going. I refined it, I iterated, I combined techniques, layered in manual work, added narrative context. And eventually I cracked something that felt real. But let me be crystal clear. This isn't the future of MageTCG's art, it's just the beginning. It's the rocket fuel that launched the ship, not the destination. Because what this approach allowed me to do was build a platform, a stage where artists of all mediums, backgrounds, and identities can step up and contribute their brilliance so long as they meet our high standards for quality and integrity. We've already begun partnering with traditional painters, digital visionaries, and multimedia creators, and guess what? Some of them use AI, some don't. What matters is not the tool. What matters is the mastery. And if you're an artist listening to this, and you've got the skill, the soul, and the standard, there's a place for you in this world. We're not here to justify AI. We're here to show what's possible when great artists use every tool available to bring something unforgettable into existence. The collection we've built so far, it's not just beautiful, it's important. It's alive. It's a proof of concept that says, look what can be done when we stop whining about the tools and start creating with purpose. So no, we're not bending the knee to the anti-AI purists, but we're also not turning this brand into a tech demo. We're building a canvas large enough to hold legends, no matter how they're painted. Now let's talk mechanics. While other creators were hosting fake focus groups and slapping pre-slabbed NFTs on hollow cardboard, we were in the lab. We analyzed every major TCG, every trend, every failure. We studied the psychology, the flow, the moments players love. We brought in pros from Magic, Pokemon, Hearthstone, and we didn't settle until it all clicked. What we've created is not a Frankenstein of borrowed systems. It's tight, it's thematic, and it's inevitable. This is the game Richard Garfield might have created if he had 30 years of data, a global creative network, and a chip on his shoulder the size of a mountain. Most games treat their communities like marketing tools. We don't. You, the players, the artists, the writers, are the reason this world breathes. But don't confuse inclusion with laziness. We don't hand out participation trophies, so if you want to contribute, you bring fire, you bring heart, you bring excellence. Thousands of artworks were rejected because they didn't meet the bar. And that's not cruelty, that's respect. Because when you do make the cut, you know you earned it. And beyond the cards, we stand for causes. We fight for mental health awareness. We write stories that matter. We create safe spaces for misfits, dreamers, survivors, and rebels. This is not just a fan base, it's a fellowship. Now let's talk about the disruption of a $6 billion industry. This industry is bloated. The giants are bored. Their ideas are stale. They're milking the same cows while burning the fields. But we are the wolves at the gate. MageTCG wasn't built to play their game. It was built to end it. This game is designed to challenge the titans, to force them to look into the mirror, to remind the world what it means to be original. And if you think this is just another Magic clone, you're not looking hard enough. You're looking at the surface. You don't see what's under the hood, the mechanics we haven't revealed, the tech we've developed, the ideas we've protected because some of them have already been stolen. You know who you are. But here's the truth. Mock us, copy us, watch us rise anyway, because we're not trying to compete. We're here to redefine. If you're listening to this, you're not here by accident. You're here because something in your soul is still burning. You remember what it felt like to sit around the table and believe in something bigger, to fall in love with the character, to open a booster pack and feel wonder, not regret. MageTCG is a love letter to that feeling. It's also the middle finger to everything that's stolen it. So here's your invitation. Join us. Be a part of the revolution, submit a character, join the playtests, create, share, build, and believe. This is where legends are forged. This is where players become heroes and artists become gods. This is where the new world begins, not with silence, but with a roar. And to the gatekeepers, the dinosaurs, and the big-name cowards, get the F out of our way. To the dreamers, the risk takers, the believers, welcome to MageTCG. We're not just building a game, we're building a legacy. This has been the MageTCG podcast. From the ashes, we rise, from the shadows we build, and from this moment on, we never look back.